It's the lion's share. The lion's share. It's the lion's share.
Welcome back. Welcome into the Lion's Share. Week 11 is here, and it's time for the Walkthrough Wednesday edition of this here program. It's the 6-3 Lions off a win versus the Commies, and the Philadelphia Eagles 7-2 after a 10-7. Yes, you got that right. 10-7 was the final score over the Pack on Monday Night Football in a matchup that was 0-0 at halftime. Spoiler alert, I think there's going to be more points this week, but we'll get into that later. It's a pivotal matchup that has NFC playoff implications without a doubt. This will play into the fact of the playoff picture for weeks to come. It's going down under prime time. It's going down under the lights, I should say, in prime time. Happy Walkthrough Wednesday, shareholders, and to the board, to the guys all back here, the three-headed monster, Mitch, Andrew, Ben. Love it. Lions back atop the North with the loss from the Packers, so we love that. What do you guys think? What did you guys make of Monday night? Eagles, Packers. Was that ugly or what?
I think two things can be true and are true. The Eagles' defense is very, very good. The Packers' offense is lost, and I think there's a lot of people in Packers Reddit specifically just calling for LaFleur to pack his bags, which to me is crazy. It's crazy. Should he give up play calling? It's starting to feel like it.
Yeah, more opportunities to fill that potentially vacant offense coordinator job coming up here. Let me give a little behind the scenes for the viewers first before I say anything. Can't believe we didn't get to take two on that welcome back, welcome in. Really felt like it was going to be there. Thoughts Monday night? I woke up very early in the AM covered in candy wrappers. No idea what happened. I think a ghost came through.
Wow, not even Halloween themes, or maybe we're still finishing off the Halloween candy, perhaps.
Perchance, I don't know.
What was wrong with the intro? I'm curious. What's your feedback?
I don't know. It felt like you were going to bail halfway through there, and I love that you toughed it out, and I like it.
We may have veered off the road just slightly, but you know how it goes. You got a big shoulder there. You can bring it right back to the center line.
Yeah, I mean, your track record, though. I mean,
yeah, for those who don't know, sometimes it takes two, sometimes three even takes, but lately we've been pretty strong. So you try to push right through it. Anyway, this here show is not about that. But yeah, what a game on Monday night for the world to see. Although if you had YouTube TV, you may not have seen this one because that dispute continues to play on, which is so upsetting. It's annoying. But hey, $20 credit. If you have YouTube TV and you haven't gotten the credit, you got to sign up for it. Go into your account settings, sign up for that $20 back. Plus, there's also a $10 off for 6 months. So life hacks if you have YouTube TV, but this dispute has gone on far too long, much like my monologue has. So we're going to get you ready for Lions Eagles. If you're watching on YouTube, shout out to the YouTube and shout out to Spotify video. We see you out there and you see us and you see Andrew repping the Eagles, the green. And for those who may be new, uninitiated, he wears the hat of the upcoming opponent. And every time he's done so, I think the Lions have gotten a win because there's a couple hats you don't have, but you got a few more this week, it sounds like.
Yeah. And I think the gap is closing. I think the list has been covered, and we're gonna get there.
Love it. Those hats are a thing of beauty. We're going to talk about the state of the NFL as well, and of course, we're going to have the pigskin spin because those standings are getting close. Oh, so close. So it's exciting.
Well, for two of us, yeah.
Look, it's climb the ladder, right? We can't take too many steps at a time. All you can do is go 2-0 every week.
Some of us. It just feels weird. It feels like you're getting awfully confident for someone who's not quite at 500.
Not quite, but with 2 wins this week, we'd
approach...
No,
just not quite. Just not quite, period.
We'll see. I'll let my picks do the talking. How about that?
You are. It's not good.
Well, don't make me bring up the last 2 seasons.
Okay.
You know me, home stretch, week 12 and on. And here we are at week 11. So just saying, watch out. Watch out.
I'm petrified.
Well, you know what? If you're not petrified out there, shareholders, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. You can like, comment, and rate us 5 stars. And you can also find us on TikTok and Instagram for short form content as well. Thank you for being here, shareholders. Let's get into the meat of the show, which is talking about the Lions. So, guys, we've got some injuries, of course, a long list once again, but that's not totally surprising for a Wednesday. Probably most surprising that Aiden popped up on the injury report with an elbow, but he says not a problem. There's no chance he's not playing. It's just a rest day for him, and several others that did not practice today. And guys, do you think we're gonna go another week without Kirby Joe? Is this guy gonna play again?
It sounds like the Legion of Whom is coming back with some assistance of Amik and BB.
So half of that Whom, right?
Is there no hope for TA at this point?
He's in protocol. We'll see.
We got a lot of time. It's a late game.
You think those couple extra hours on Sunday are gonna?
I think they have to have designation in at a certain time, don't they?
Well,
Saturday.
later than a 1 o'clock window, props.
Friday, I believe at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yikes.
So, I don't know. We'll see. There's really no way of knowing whether he clears protocol or not by then. So, we may not have TA in this one. We may not have Kirby Joe again either. And DJ Reed is on his path to returning. He said he could be ready to play Sunday, but it's not his call. So,
I think I heard Dan talking about him in one of his press conferences. Sounded like it's going to be early December.
I heard that as well. So I think it was surprising to hear today that DJ Reed seemingly bucked that and said, I could play Sunday.
Well, Aleem said the same thing. And then 3 weeks later, he finally found the field.
Speaking of Aleem, you guys think he's kind of getting outplayed by the rest of that interior D line right now?
Just getting into
Ben,
that
you
football
said the stat. Roy Lopez, the run stuffer.
Roy Lopez has really surprised a lot of folks, I think. And yeah, I mean, color me surprised that Lopez, Tyleek, and Reeder would be the top performers, and McNeil would not be on that list. He'd be 4th on that list. It would be very surprising to me if you said that preseason.
Yeah, I think he'll get back into form, right? Like, he's been out for a while. He's a couple games under his belt. Maybe under the lights is what he needs. And Sunday night in Philly, we'll see him break out a little bit.
Speaking of under the lights, Mitch, you've said it a lot in our text chain. I don't know if I've given you the opportunity to say it here on the airwaves, but you've been calling for. Obviously, this one will be on the road, so they'll probably wear their white tops. But can we give you a moment to talk about how you feel about the Blueberries?
I think it's time to retire the Blueberries. I think the Blueberries are like a once a year thing. I think everybody was so excited when they did the New Jersey reveals. Everyone was so excited to get some of that classic look back, similar to the Seahawks and even the Broncos. What the Broncos are doing a lot. I like the silver. I like the blue on silver. I like the white on silver. I thought they looked great last week. I think they might be doing. Are they doing all whites? Is that for Christmas? I can't remember.
They kind of pick and choose, but all whites have been kind of.
They locked in all whites for one of the dates. I can't remember what it was though. But yeah, listen, I think the Blueberries are like okay every once in a while, but I love the blue and silver. I think that's the best look.
Okay, blue and silver. So white and silver, you would prefer white and silver over all white too?
Yeah, I feel like it's like I feel like we're burning the like specialty of like the all whites for me are like, again, once a year. Blueberries once a year. All blacks once a year. Like that makes it more special than when you come out and like I think like the silver pants with the white or the blue is the personification of Detroit grit, everything Dan Campbell loves. Like, we're going to come out here in the old school Lions gear. We don't have to be too flashy. I know they like to have fun, but I don't know. I just like the old school colorways. I think it looks good. I don't know about you, but maybe it's just me. I was pumped when they came out with the, like, hey, we're going with the pants with the stripe, the classic look. I mean, I don't know. If not, I don't like. I feel like in special situations, again, like Christmas, you want to do something cool. All right. Thanksgiving, I think, should be super classic blue silver. Like, that to me is a blue silver game. But Sunday night football, Monday night football, all right. But like your Sunday, it's 1 o'clock, 4:30, whatever. Just do the old school and get after it.
I think the issue they ran into last season was they were so strong in the blueberries and they became, like I said, superstitious. They lost the one game in the blue and silver, so they went all blueberries. And I also think that Jared Goff mic'd up moment where he said, basically made a comment about the blueberries, how they're, I can't remember what he said, but basically they're hot in the blueberries. And I think they fully leaned into the all blues and all whites on the road, and they've never really strayed away from that. But you're right, when they unveiled all these uniform combinations, it's curious why. With like 8 different combinations, okay, maybe not 8, maybe like 4, they go with just 2 the whole year, minus the black uniforms.
Ben, do you know how it works? Do they have to wear a certain uniform a certain amount of times? Or is there rules behind it?
Home and away, you can wear whatever you want. You can wear all blues. You can wear all whites. It doesn't matter, right? You can wear blue and silver, white and silver. However, the alternates is where it comes in. You can only wear the alternates twice a year.
See, this is where I think we need a little more structure in the NFL behind it. I think the 1 o'clock window, you get 2 options. If you're a 4 o'clock and on window, you get another 2 options. If you're prime time, though, you're free range for whatever you want.
That plays. I like that. You know, where it gets even more confusing is when they've brought in those rivalry uniforms, which the Seahawks and the Rams will wear this week, and a couple other teams, I think, maybe, in divisional games. Just to confuse you even more, you have the rivalry matchup uniforms presented by Nike.
Yeah, I just saw the Rams. I haven't seen the Seahawks yet, but I don't know if I'm a fan of the Rams. They look a little odd.
I think the Rams look good in anything when they have that record.
Okay, fair enough.
I think they might be. I can double check on this, but the Rams have to be creeping up into Super Bowl favorite territory.
Have to, with the performance of Stafford. They're hot. A big matchup this week with the Seahawks. That's going to have huge implications, much like the Eagles and Lions will. This one will have huge implications too, not only for the NFC, but the NFC West.
Who are they playing next week, the Rams? Does anybody know?
You're asking for a lot here.
Okay, let me look it up.
For quite a bit.
Let me look it up. Do we think that Matthew Stafford loses at 20 touchdowns to 0 interceptions?
Don't say that. I got a future on Stafford to win the MVP.
Okay, he can still win the MVP and throw an interception.
But imagine if he finishes the year with 40 touchdowns, no picks.
No shot.
I think he throws one here against the Hawks.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I think he goes clean this week, but he loses it against the Bucks.
If you guys said, "Hey, I think there's a $10 bill out in the street. Should I go pick it up?" and I sat here and said, "No, let me call someone else to go grab it before you," you'd be upset. That's what's happening right now.
Not the same.
No, it's not, because it's more than $10.
Oh, looking into the behind the scenes.
Terrible analogy.
This is going to get weird.
Maybe put that $10 to your newborn, to the cub.
Okay. Unbelievable.
Father of 2, by the way.
Unbelievable. I hope your dog pees in the house.
Come on.
You had that coming.
Well, I did remember when you mentioned it about the all whites. The Lions will wear the all whites against the Cowboys here in a couple weeks on Thursday Night Football. They've locked in the all whites for that.
I knew they locked in something. Chiefs plus 600 to win the Super Bowl. Rams plus 650.
Wow.
Tied for third. Eagles and Lions at plus 750.
Champ.
So NFC heavy.
Yes. Rams, Eagles, Lions, Seahawks. Round out the top 5. So 4 of the top 5. Well, no, then it goes right into the AFC. Colts, Bills, Ravens, Patriots, Packers. The fact that the Ravens are in the top 10 is crazy. And the Packers, yeah.
Ravens have a good opportunity to turn it around with the schedule they have.
Turn around every now and then. I thought you were going to come in right there, Andrew.
Oh, no, sorry. I was feeling the beat. I don't really know the words. I just know the tune.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Beautiful. Beautiful rendition, and exactly what the shareholders come here for. That deserves... Oh, where is it?
Oh, God.
High-level analysis.
Nailed it. Tommy, cut that gap out where there was an awkward silence. Could you guys picture Sam Darnold hoisting a Lombardi trophy?
No, but Trent Dilfer did it, so...
Not wrong. What about Daniel Jones?
No, but Trent Dilfer did it, so...
I love that answer. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Put it on a T for you there. Well, couple guys coming back. You guys hear about Ahmed today? About what his agent said, that all 31 other teams wanted his services, but he wanted to come back to the Lions?
Let's go. He's going to die out there for Dan Campbell. He said it.
It's also worth noting that the Lions have been known to do this. Brad Holmes, pretty genius out there. But because he's an international player, he doesn't count towards the rest of the practice squad. So you can have, I don't know, however, remember 16, I think it is, on the practice squad. But they actually have 17 because he's listed as an international player. So they've found another loophole.
How does this work, though? Can he not get poached by another team?
He could have. He could have. That's why he was not signed by any team. He was coming back from the injury designation. So he could have signed with the Chargers. He could have signed with anybody if he wanted to.
Right. But now that he signed to this practice squad with the Lions, can another team sign him to their active roster?
Not without him agreeing. You are not locked into the practice squad. Like, you are free to go because obviously, practice squad guys move all around. But it's not like a waivers situation where a team can just be like, no, come, you're ours, right? If he goes on waivers, then yeah, any team can grab him, right? But he's on a practice squad, so he's eligible. He could go play for whoever he wants, but he has to agree to it.
Okay.
So he's got a home here and he's happy here. So he's back. TA in protocol. DJ Reed gonna be back soon. Kirby Joe, who knows? Rodrigo full practice today, so this was his game. The Eagles, was his target. So it's a good possibility that we'll see Rodrigo suit up in this one, in that linebacker core. So great to get some of these guys back. Yes, Andrew.
Any news on Paschal?
Paschal, I haven't heard much. I heard something the other day. I believe his window may have been opened. His 21-day. Something's happened with him. I've heard progress, which is good because we haven't heard anything.
Okay, we're gearing up. That's all we needed.
Right. Offensive coordinator situation. Mitch, you hit us with a quote from a couple years ago. I don't know about you, Andrew, but I fell for it. I thought that was from this year. Nope.
I tried to bait the hook, and I texted that to you guys, and then I tried to wait for one of you guys to be like, yeah, we know, we read all this. But you guys were probably, I guess, working or something stupid. So I kind of had to ruin my own joke. But yeah, DC, when he took away the play calling from Anthony Lynn, essentially said almost word for word exactly what he said about John Morton this week. So it kind of feels like we're running into a situation where John Morton may just never call plays again. And I know, Ben, you want to kind of get into some potential replacements, but I don't know if you saw that I dropped in there. 19 of 32 NFL head coaches are now the primary play callers for offense or defense, including the entire NFC North.
Makes sense. Ben Johnson, Matt LaFleur,
Now,
Kevin O'Connell, all great out.
For Dan, I think Dan needs to find someone who's on the same page as him. I think I texted you guys. I'm honestly a big Dable fan. I think he would fit in well. I think he would find a way to utilize the talent we have, but I also think he'll be a fairly hot commodity. He might just be one of those guys. Like Josh McDaniels, not a good head coach. Very, very good OC. That's Spagnuolo. Like Jim Schwartz. There are just guys out there who are just very good coordinators who aren't good head coaches. So we'll see. I think it's a possibility for the rest of the year that Dan calls the plays. And Ben, you've got a short list of some guys you think maybe take over this year or next year.
I don't think it's a situation that happens this year. I think if anything happens, it's in the offseason. But the more I think about it, the more and hear stats like you've got right there, I'm wondering, that's a new one. I'm wondering if they don't just keep Morton, right? And Dan continues to call plays.
Yeah, very well could be. I think, again, it takes him. I don't think Dan will do it. I think Dan loves to be the eyes in the sky. I'm watching everything that's going on. And maybe it really doesn't take anything away from him getting involved in the defense. I think he'd prefer to have someone, though. But obviously he's got a mind for it. Like, he's proven time and again he's not just a meathead. He understands the game, and he knows what's going on. I think if nothing else, it probably really gets him in tune. Like, all right, we're going to go for it on fourth down or not? Is this working or not? And if he's calling the plays, he knows what the looks are. I thought that video was hilarious where he didn't know if he got the full call in on the J-Mo touchdown. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
So, Andrew, you got to look it up. He didn't know.
I sent it to you, Andrew.
Oh, is this a fist pump? There's one of yours.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Hilarious. Yeah, I did have some offensive coordinators. Jesse Giambra? I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name, but he's pretty young, 27 years old, like I told you guys. So not sure if he's ready for that role, but he's with Chiefs of Staff.
That's younger than we are.
And not by just a couple years. Yikes.
No.
I also mentioned to you guys that Hank Fraley interviewed for the offensive coordinator job of the Seahawks. I don't see the Lions going with him as an offensive coordinator. I think they like him as the offensive line coach. But, if they want to retain him or potentially lose him to another team for offensive coordinator, that's a name. And David Shaw, passing game coordinator right now for the Lions, ex-Stanford head coach. Those are some three names that you might hear floated out there for if Morton does get bounced. Those are some names. Lions versus Eagles, guys. Mitch, you weren't here to do a prediction last week, so I think it's only right.
Yeah, sure. I've got 21-17 Lions. Very classic, very vanilla score. The Eagles defense is very, very good. The Lions defense has proved they're good. I know that we've got some key guys out with injuries this week. I just think like a one key stop on a 3rd and long where the Eagles can't just push their way out of it is all they need to win 21-17. I think keep an eye on Hutch and Aleem this week. Kind of alluded to it. Hutch had a quiet game, especially for his standards, given the start for the year. So I like him for a couple sacks, and I think it's either going to get opened up by Aleem or he feeds Jalen right into Aleem. I am not ready for the anger I'm going to feel when the Eagles inevitably run the tush push, inevitably false start. I am going to be so irate. I am not necessarily anti-tush push, but I cannot help but get irritated when the Eagles false start. How do you not see? If they're going to continue to run it, you have to find a way to call it and just use the sky judge for that. Did they go or not? If they went early and the refs didn't call it, just allow for the sky judge to negate the last play, and it's a 5-yard penalty and a false start. That doesn't seem that crazy. I think if it's going to stay, which I don't know if you guys saw, but Dan wants it to stay in the NFL. Dan likes it.
He's a purist.
Yep, and I love it. I love that for him. However, it can't just be a rugby scrum where the guards just get to fire off early. Of course, when the guards fire off before the ball is snapped, they're going to get the first down. They've got to figure out a way. I'm not ready for the rage I know I'm going to feel.
It's going to be the
21-17 Lions.
For sure. Papa B.
I like that you just rounded that off just very calmly, very chill. I'm ready to rock and roll. I like that. That was pretty wonderful. I got Lions, surprise, and a victory here, 26-21. I think this is all going to come down to one last drive by the Eagles. Dan likes to be in control, but I'm going to say they don't have the ball. Eagles have the last drive. Defense comes up big for a stop. And I think this is going to be a really good test for the offensive line here as well. We got Jalen Carter and a really strong defensive line and just a good defense overall for the Eagles. So good test for the offensive line. Make sure they're communicating, watching for stunts, things like that. And I think this needs to be a big week for the old St. Brown as well. He's had some negative press here the last few weeks. I think he's got to find the end zone, kind of silence the haters this week. Mitchell, for your sake, we're going to hope he's got some different touchdown dances. But, yeah, I think like I said, 26-21, one last drive. Lions defense gets this one.
I thought he handled it well on his podcast. I don't know if you guys watched those clips from today. I thought Equanimous did a good job just like calling out the awkward stuff right out of the gates. But I thought Amon-Ra did a good job of just being like, I was just trying to have fun. I wasn't trying to insult anyone, like, or offend anybody. I thought he did a good job there. He owned up, like he's like, yeah, I punched Payne. Like I thought I was gonna get a flag. I guess I kind of buy into him saying like he wasn't trying to punch him in the face. I could kind of see like if you're trying to jab the shoulder pads and push someone away. But he cleanly connected on the second one there. So, but he said it like, hey, I knew I shouldn't have done it. I thought I was gonna get flagged. They didn't, and here we are. So. Yeah, for your sake, Andrew, I know that dance kind of made you feel icky about him. So,
well, and he's going into a hostile environment with Philly, right? Philadelphia, known to be a hostile environment. I think we've gotten some comments from the Lions offensive leader Jared Goff about that on 97 Won the Ticket. So, I think it's going to be.
What else did he say on the radio this week, Ben?
Ooh, he said he couldn't wait for Louis Riddick's breakdown of Daron Payne, right?
Which I said we shouldn't talk about, but even so, even if Amon-Ra started it, he's still like, you let it boil over 4 or 5 plays later and just cold cocked a guy and thought what would happen.
Look, we knew that Commanders' team was undisciplined, not ready, didn't want to be there. Dan Quinn's taking over the play. Speaking of taking over play calling, Dan Quinn's going to take over the defense because their defense sucks. So I think they just didn't want to be there. So I thought they, let the tempers get the best of them there.
Well, they're coming off a game where their star quarterback's elbow got blown to left field, man. I think they're all just kind of down in the pits. I don't know. There was nothing left of that thing. They're all just kind of down in the dumps. I think they're kind of realizing where their season's at. Things boil over.
Yeah, and honestly, I thought the Commanders were going to be I thought they were going to be a really good team this season. So I'm surprised to see where they are right now. Obviously, Jaden's been out for a lot of these games, but still, I was surprised at just how poor their showing has been this season. All right, it's been like 5 minutes since you guys made your picks, so I think it's probably my time to make mine. I've got a high-scoring one here, 38-34. I like the Lions in a high-scoring affair here. Look, Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins now on on the Eagles had a breakout game against the Packers. He was a problem. So the Lions are going to need to address that. Maybe bait Jalen Carter into getting ejected just to get some of that edge off of the defensive line that is so strong for the Eagles. And you got to put up points if you're the Lions offense, like you did against the Coms. I think it's going to be a high-scoring one. We all saw how Monday night went down with the Packers and the Eagles, 0-0 at the half. Both teams could not sniff the end zone or even the red zone at that. And I could just hear Tirico and Collinsworth now remarking about the comparison to the last week, 0 points and a half, and say, man, what a bounce back. This team is something, aren't they? There's going to be something along those lines. They're going to be like, oh, my God, this team had 0 points last matchup. Well, I was going to get there eventually. Last matchup against the Packers, and now here they are with 14 points in the first 2 quarters. So it's going to get ready for that. Get ready for that in Sunday Night Football. And the Lions are going to have their hands full in the red zone. Eagles are one of the best teams in the red zone in the league, and they just don't turn the ball over. Number 1 in giveaways as far as least given up. Only had 4 turnovers on the year.
Ben, are you at all worried about the fact that the Eagles have the 25th ranked passing offense and the 21st ranked rushing offense?
No, I think it's just going to be a funky game.
Let me ask you a follow-up, Ben. Why are you trying to manifest the Eagles' offensive explosion against the Lions?
I don't know if it's going to be so much of an offensive explosion. I think they're going to have some plays on defense that sets them up for short fields. And also, the special teams has been a problem for the Lions. So I think all of those reasons lead to more points for Philly. And I think some of Philly's points come later in the game and maybe make this a little bit. It's going to have kind of like maybe that Ravens-Lions feel where the Ravens got a little bit closer than the score indicated. Lions defenses seem to just give up points at those points in the game. So I think they find a way to scrape up 34 points to the Eagles.
I just don't know why you're trying to do this to us.
I'm not manifesting anything. I'm just this is how I feel. 38-34, high scoring affair, prime time. There you go. We'll see where it falls, folks. Lions Eagles week 11, 8:25. You can watch this one on NBC and Peacock on Sunday Night Football. Eagles 1.5 point favorites. Mitch is going to update that to 2.5. It's moved. Is the over-under on there?
46.5.
I think we're going to clear that by a lot. Also,
Ben says hammer the over.
I think 46 is easy pickings Sunday night. Let me just double check the weather from the meteorologist desk to make sure that there's not like a crazy.
It's got to be the Lions injuries, right? That just caused that to move a point. That's tough, but that's okay. It's all right.
We like being dogs.
Dan loves coaching dogs.
Sunday night in Philadelphia looks like we're going to be in the 50s. Some rain on Sunday morning. Be done by the time the game started. Maybe a little breezy, but nonetheless, weather shouldn't be a big factor in that one. Tirico and Collinsworth, of course, will be on the call. You guys got any pre-bams? Are we doing this? Maybe we should do instead of players to watch.
You said that. I thought we all looped that into our predictions.
Okay. Well, I'll add one here. I think it's a good opportunity for that interior of the defensive line for the Lions with a offensive line that is so strong, especially at the tackles, the Eagles. They're a little weaker there in the middle around the center and guard position. So Aleem McNeil and that interior defensive line, I think it's a good opportunity for Aleem to get back into the groove. And I think the rest of the interior defensive line does well, and it generates some pressure from up in the middle.
Well, if we're going to take a position group, I'm going to take the linebackers on this one, specifically Anzalone. We got, I think you said Rodrigo coming back here potentially as well. So they're going to have Jalen Hurts. He likes to extend plays. He doesn't run too terribly often. He kind of gashes you for a lot of long ones, and then we'll just pick up a couple yards here and there as he extends plays. So I think this is going to be a lot on the linebackers. If he starts to leak out, take care of business. You gotta make him make a decision, run up on him. So give me Anzalone.
Anza.
Am I supposed to go?
Okay. Jeez.
Wait, or you can pass.
I think mine's Hutch. I think mine is like I think Hutch is due. He's under the lights. He had a quiet game. Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off yours, Ben. I think some pressure up the middle from Aleem forces Jalen out of the pocket, and Hutch is gonna get a couple of those like ankle trip up sacks.
Love it. NFL talk here before Pigskin Spin. Seemingly, the Eagles and the Bucks will be locked into the playoffs, and barring anything crazy. NFC East is pretty doo-doo. NFC South is always doo-doo. And so Bucks look like the team to take the South. The Eagles look like the team to take the East. Those two probably locked in the playoffs. Rams and Hawks probably locked as well. One of those two will win that division unless the 49ers make some sort of amazing comeback, but I don't see that happening. And so that leaves you with three other spots, I should say. Lions and Packers probably take those other two. Who takes that 7th position? Is it the Panthers? Nah, probably not. Is it the Cowboys? Nah, probably not.
No.
Is it the Vikings?
Why are
Is
you
it the
being
Bears?
so silly? You're being so silly. I think 3 teams from the North could get in.
Who do you think has better odds, Vikings or Bears?
Man, I'd have to look at the schedule, but
Bears have a bear of a schedule.
yeah, the Bears schedule is pretty scary. Man, I might have to go Vikings. I don't know. I haven't looked at their schedule, but I feel like they've gotten a lot of the worst behind them. Although I don't know if the Vikings have played the Packers yet at all. So, man, I don't know. But you know what? If the Panthers get in, good for whoever the 2 seed is.
Yeah, whoever gets that 7th seed is probably going to be licking their chops. Could be the Lions.
Could be.
And this would be a big one here with the Eagles this week. Pigskin Spin, guys? You want to go there? Unless you guys got anything from the NFL.
I don't like all this AJ Brown chatter because I feel like they're gonna force him the ball, and I think he is a man coverage buster. So that makes me a little bit nervous. Although with the Legion of Whom, Shep probably mixes in a lot more zone to the man coverage dominant defense he usually likes to call. But AJ Brown, trouble in paradise every single week. Every single week AJ Brown doesn't go off for 200 yards, there's trouble.
Anybody else that you want to call a buster?
Man coverage buster.
Mm.
Oh. A different kind of buster. A buster who tries to steal my intel, my thoughts. Yeah, there's a fan of the show, some fanboy of the show that's always in the comment section just hounding us, telling us what takes we're getting wrong, and it's so ridiculous. He's trying to frame me for stealing his ideas. Ben, thank you very much for coming with the receipts. The guy's a hack, a wannabe. It's unbelievable.
Wasn't he going to eat a burger or something?
He owes me like 8 boogers, and Lord knows he's got them.
Andrew, did you have something about AJ Brown? What happened? Was there something in a Twitch stream that I saw?
I don't keep up on the Twitch streams. I missed that.
I think there was a Madden stream, and I don't know if he was streaming or if he was talking to somebody that was streaming, but basically it was like, if you have me on your fantasy team, bench me.
Oh God.
He said their offense is a shit show, and basically just like,
I mean, is he kind of not wrong though?
I think he said like they just keep putting Band-Aids on things and it's barely working, and I don't know if he's necessarily wrong, but I just like he's the wide receiver that teams shy away from because they don't want to who wants to deal with this shit? You're a head coach and now you got to go deal with your players saying your offense is a shit show? That sounds fun.
Anything, Andrew?
Nothing.
No, he says that
Pigskin spin.
Pigskin spin.
Yeah,
Before we do pigskin spin, any guesses on what the lowest ticket in town is for the Week 11 in the NFL.
Hold on. Let me look at some matchups.
We've got Jets, Patriots, Commanders, Dolphins, Panthers, Falcons, Bucks, Bills, Texans, Titans, Bears, Vikings, Packers, Giants, Bengals, Steelers, Chargers, Jags. Do I go on?
Did you list it in that group?
No.
Well, then what the hell? It's got to be the Panthers, right?
Nope. That one's $41 to get into. There's two on this list.
Geez, Texans, Titans. Oh, God.
$11 to get into Nashville, Nissan Stadium. But what if I told you there's one that's less?
No, say it ain't so.
Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. $9 gets you into that game.
That's insane.
Sick. Are beers more?
I don't know. I do think there might be a weather factor in Cleveland. I think maybe there's a big rain, perhaps. Maybe that's the issue.
Don't like to hear that either.
In Believeland. Let's see. Before we pull up the pigskin, Sunday. Oh, 40-mile-an-hour winds, but dry. But dry. All right, let's Tommy. Let's keep this train moving. And now, time for the Pigskin Spin. Pigskin Spin for Week 11 in the NFL. This is 11 straight weeks of picking random NFL matchups on the fly. Our standings for the PS. Mufasa up there. 12-5. Leaps and bounds. Or just 3 games above us. Papa B down there at 9-8. Myself 8-9.
3 games above Andrew.
Just keep fueling the fire. He's just fueling the fire. Stab. Who wants to go first?
Ben, I think you should go first.
Last place, loser.
First pitch swing, you need it.
Oh my God! It just spun on its own.
Oh God, we're not ready for it.
Bengals, Steelers. Let me zoom this in a little bit so we can see it a little better.
I think this one is interesting.
Bengals, at Steelers.
At where?
In Pittsburgh.
Where?
Acrisure Stadium.
Thank you.
Formerly Heinz Field. I think I gotta go with my gut here because I believe Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Flacco. Joe Burrow practicing, but not going to be back in this one. If Burrow played in this one, I might take the Bengals, but I'm going to take the Steelers.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you want to go next.
I'll go. Winners want the ball.
I love it. Roasted you. Oh, he gets gifted so many of these games, I swear. Cowboys, Raiders, Monday night.
Disgustingly take the Cowboys, and I don't know what let's see what the over-under is on that boy. 49.5. Yeah, I'd probably take that over, too.
Dallas favored by 3.5 there in Vegas.
Wow, I'd say that's an under game.
Whoa.
I think that's another stinker on Monday night.
What about an overtime game? Both these teams.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if the Cowboys tied twice this year? That would be amazing.
Or if Geno Smith throws one into the hands of a defensive lineman again in overtime?
Jeez. Why even show up?
Please give it to us. Papa B's turn. You'd like to go next? Oh, you're lucky.
Ooh, the cheap game of the week. Ravens at Browns. We still got that lefty in?
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel?
I don't care where this game's at. He's starting his comeback. The Ravens are here. Give me the Ravens.
Yeah, smart. I think.
Mitchell, did you type that out before I even said it?
Yes.
Sure did.
I mean, come on. They're $9 tickets.
Criminal.
I can't believe that's got to be the lowest of the season.
You're welcome. That's got to be the lowest since 1986.
No, the Panthers were pretty bad last year.
Yeah, that's true.
Papa B, you got to pick. No, snake order. This is Andrew.
Overseas, are we in Madrid this week?
We sure are.
Commanders technically at the Dolphins. Dolphins minus 2.5.
Who you got?
I think the Dolphins are on a hot streak. Give me the Fins. Fins are way up.
Yeah, Commanders way down.
Mistake. That could have been a mistake for me. They travel well.
No, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, the way the Commanders have been playing, man.
You only get one game for a GM firing boost, right? Or are they 2 games?
Well, it's overseas, so maybe in an international game, perhaps.
1.5.
Maybe that plays. Right. Yeah. It's a big first half for the Dolphins coming.
First half, yep.
All right. Mufasa's turn.
Let's go. The color is...
Oh, my God. Does this guy just get... He's eating off of silver spoons.
Listen to this guy's rattled, Andrew. He's so rattled.
Anybody that's watched every one of these is going to think this wheel is weighted.
Oh, you're so rattled. It's so cute. Okay. Who's off a bye? I'm not good at keeping track of this.
It's a good question. I'm going off of memory here.
Memories.
Chiefs are off of a bye. I know that.
So are the Broncos, right?
Yeah. So is that a dual?
No, the Broncos played.
Oh yeah, Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday. Yeah, you're right.
Mini bye.
Who else was on a bye?
Can you imagine if we let that slide on this show?
What?
We
let a lot slide.
Were the Bills on a bye, or did they just lose to the Dolphins?
Please hold. We have the Bengals off of a bye. We have the Chiefs off of a bye. We have the Cowboys off of a bye. And the Titans off of a bye.
Double boys. Double boys. Double bubble.
Double boys.
Gosh, I don't love any of these. Oh, boys, didn't we make a rule against picking the same team twice? I thought that was
I don't care. I want to see double boys.
Whoa, pause.
I need the black hole to eat this week.
Come again?
Gosh, it pains me to say this, but I think I have to go Chiefs.
Ew.
I know. I don't want to, but it feels like the Broncos have been hanging on by the skin of their teeth, and the Chiefs aren't in must win at all because they're 5-4, but at the same time, Broncos are 8-2, and this is a huge divisional game.
Did you see the stat this week that the Broncos at 8-2, tied for the best record in the NFL, have the most punts in the entire league? They've punted the ball 53 times.
You know what? In Mile High, a punt is worth as much as a touchdown.
No,
53 punts this season.
It's on the board.
It's insanity.
Do they have any games with 0?
I doubt it. Oh, thank goodness, something easy for me.
I thought that said Fortnite.
Can I pick this for you, Ben?
No.
It said, I think I see it. It's really small font, but it says Mitch's favorite right there.
Yeah. The stones on this guy to complain about me and he gets a favorite. I'm pretty sure he added this in.
No, I did not. Tommy controls the wheel. I do not.
All right, who's it going to be? Oh, you're gonna be disgusting, and you're gonna pick the Packers.
Hell no! I think I told you guys interim head coach bump for the Giants. I'm rooting for the Giants this week. I think they actually have a chance to win.
I know who you're gonna pick. I'm gonna write it down.
Your B team's the Steelers, so do you have to go double curtain here?
I know who he's picking.
I'm gonna go double Acrisure. Double bubble. Can I ride with the boys? Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
I wrote it down. I know who you're picking.
Oh man, what's that? Oz the Mentalist? Is that who it is?
Yep.
I will say the Jets at 13.5 underdog against the Patriots. Put some respect on AG in that one, Vegas, please. Favorite. I will take. Do I want to go fun
before
here?
you answer?
What's that?
I'm more excited. Before you answer, I'm more excited to see Mitchell's paper come on.
I know who he's gonna pick.
This is interesting because I don't think you're actually in my head in this one. However,
he's in there.
Now you're kind of mind freaking me out here, man. I will take. Drum roll, please. Between two games right now, I will take the Houston Texans.
I mean,
is this your card?
So easy. So easy.
Crazy.
I wanted to take Bills, but over the Bucks because I think that one happens too.
Mitch, I've seen this on TikToks. You need to get into an NFL locker room.
Yeah, call me up. Call me up.
Oh man.
Don't you just have TikTok anymore?
The Mentalist, man.
I was a little scared that I was gonna get in your head, and you're gonna be like, "I'm not gonna pick what Mitch wants me to pick." But
that's what it was. That's what was tripping me up. Yeah,
you were so in his head, though.
I think Bills is a tough pick. I think those are the Bills and Bucks are both kind of like, who are they games?
Agreed. I think the Bills have to keep pace with the Pats, so that was my motivation.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And there's really no. Are the Bucks tied? Or no, half a game ahead of the Panthers right now.
Feels like the Bucks are about to slide though. Like they'll stay there, but they're gonna slide a little bit.
Just depends, right, on how much they can do without Mike Evans. I think they'll be okay. I think the Panthers at 5-5. It's just, I don't know, and the Panthers are so confusing week to week. I think the Bucks take that division though.
Yeah, Bucks are 5-4, right?
Yeah,
6-3. Bucks is 6-3.
Oh, Bucks are 6-3. Okay, so they're full. All right.
Yeah. Yep. Seahawks Rams though, game of the week vibes in that one for sure. That's going to be interesting. It's a shame that one is not going to be a well shown game in the geographic maps. That one deserves a lot more love at 4:05. But you'll be able to sit back and watch all the action with the Lions in primetime back. Primetime felines again. Hate how late we have to stay up. But that also means, guys, shareholders, that show will be Monday, not Sunday. So remember that. Mark your calendars.
Remember me. You guys seen that movie?
Another
Coco?
song?
Yeah, I didn't keep. Please, you always got out way too early.
Because I don't want to mess up the words. That'd be so embarrassing.
When you hear a sad guitar,
yeah.
Just watched it 2 weeks ago.
Why not?
2 weeks ago for the first time. I watched that. Shout out to the Lady Lion.
What'd you think? Yeah, she's a big fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. Exceeded expectations.
Damn. It sounds like a year-end rating.
Are you manifesting 11 and 8 there? How are you going to... But there's 3... That's... Okay, I get it. I couldn't do math.
If I had to bet on somebody to win both of the games, it'd be Andrew this week.
Let's go. I already got it.
Maybe we should recap. For those rooting for Papa B, you want the Ravens and the Finns in the early slot in Madrid to win. If you're rooting for Mufasa, you want the C's to win. You want the Cowboys and the Chiefs If you're rooting for me, which is most of our fans, Steelers and Texans.
That sounds like the loud minority.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
No bias
I
here.
think if you had one dedicated fan, it'd probably be the same fan that wanted the Lions to fire Dan Campbell. If I had to guess.
You just knew it was going to come back. You just knew it.
That's just a
Where's that guy nowadays, huh? Probably
guess.
digging ditches. If we have any ditch digger listeners,
Apologies in advance.
No, tell me more is what it is.
My dad always wanted to be one of those.
All right.
hater?
Aspiring ditch digger. We have one.
Hey, blue collar jobs pay well these days.
Skilled trades.
Skilled trades. You're right. Let me get the correct term there.
Don't slur it.
Don't. We're all going to be replaced by AI anyway. What's the AI slur? Is it clackers? Clankers. Clankers. Let me get that right. Clankers.
Oh man, I think we need to take 2 on the episode now.
Clackers. That would be like a duck or something.
Yeah,
Clankers.
Way to back pedal.
Yep.
Are we talking about meaties?
Whoa! What was that?
Meaty clackers?
Jeez, oh Pete, this is getting loose.
I thought we were talking about Murph.
Nah.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. This show probably should have ended.
I
think I got that
talking
backwards.
about Andrew's dog's meaty clackers winding up in a ditch or something. I don't know.
This show has really gone off the rails.
Park notes coming in.
All right. Well, if you're still here, thank you to the shareholders out there. Each and every one of you, we appreciate you. If you're not already a shareholder, what are you doing? Become a shareholder today, and you'll get all this content every week, twice a week. You can watch us on YouTube. You can follow and rate us on Apple and Spotify on the platforms there. Comment on YouTube. You can also comment on Spotify. A lot of people don't know that. You can also vote in the poll, and you can vote for who do you think is going to win this matchup this week in Week 11 against the Lions and the Eagles. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We appreciate you. Next episode, like I said, will be Monday with the late show or late game on Sunday night.
Thanks, shareholders. We'll see you all over the holidays.
Let's go, Lions.
Prime time. Meow.